What's up again, everyone? My name is Edris Alexis, and welcome back to my blog, Finding My Way with Words. That's a play on words, finding my way, and my way with words. This is my journey detailing what it's like becoming a copywriter. Today I'm going to cover the 21-day challenge, and it starts with my resume. I've asked several people to take a look at my resume, professionals and people who are good at looking over resumes, people who do it for a living. And that also transferred onto my LinkedIn page as well. But nothing clicked until I took the AY or AWAI 21-day challenge by Ilise Benun. And that's how you spell her name, Ilise. Ilise. I love Ilise's simple explanations, and they were, she was very easy to follow, no pressure, and it's free to all AY members. So I think one of the benefits of joining AWAI would be coming in contact with Ilise Benun, Benun. You can look her up online. She has a simple marketing plan course that she also gives, but she also works for AY. She's on the AY staff, and she's the one who is running this course. One thing I've noticed so far about becoming a copywriter in the beginning stages is that the three factors of, if there is a formula, you would have three factors, and that three factors, those three factors of the formula would be settling in as a beginning copywriter and hopefully to your first client. That would be a good curriculum, like I mentioned before, a teacher who is really good at what they do, so a good instructor, and a supportive community. And I've mentioned before on an earlier episode that the Facebook community for AWAI is very helpful. Um, it truly is a community. You don't feel alone. You can post your opinions and your struggles and where you are, and you'll get a lot of feedback from other members who have been there and are there as well. So you don't feel alone. It's a great safety net, and it's something that I've been falling back on and relying upon since I've come across that Facebook group. So if you join AY, strongly recommend that you join one of the whichever course you're taking. There is most likely a Facebook group for that course as well. So here's how my LinkedIn page looked before I took the 21-day challenge by Ilise Benun. And this was done with the help of an acquaintance of mine who is someone who does this for a living. And she was very nice to help me out with this at no charge. So that was very much appreciated. And it's the standard format. You have the semi-casual business attire, have the open to work tag in the circle. You have a background up. A lot of people, or there's a good number of people who don't even have a background picture, don't even have a picture, period. And so you can tell who takes LinkedIn seriously and who doesn't. And let me also say here that LinkedIn really hasn't been a friend of me in the past. I haven't really gotten anything from LinkedIn in the past, so not a recommendation that led to an actual job. I've gotten some communications, but nothing solid. And the acquaintance being a professional resume writer, she wrote the about section very much in the style of a resume with bullet points. My own version, this is my own revision. After she helped me, uh, about a couple of years after she had helped me with it, I went back to it and I figured it needed a bit of a change. And I should also mention here that before I went back to AY, because I had started AY a couple of years ago, I wasn't on the Facebook group, didn't even know about it then, and started a course. It was quite stale, and so I drifted away from AWAI and started looking for other avenues of becoming a copywriter. I had also started another course, a different course, and I went back to that course in November of 2022. I wanted to give it a chance, put more focus into it, and wanted to see how far I could go with it. Well, it wasn't very long at all because I just felt stuck with it. And like I said, this is a different copywriting course than AWAI, and I'll talk about that at a future episode, but I won't mention it here. I won't mention the name at all, but I will talk about it in the future. Some of you who are looking into copywriting and have done your research, most likely you've come across this course. Very, very most likely. Um, and I was still halfway revising this when I realized I didn't like that course at all. I had enough. Um, the main reason I was stuck again. But again, I'll go into that in an upcoming episode of Finding My Way with Words. Here's my LinkedIn page post Ilise. Now, she wasn't the one who advised me that I take a picture with my guitar. Matter of fact, she just advises that you do what's right for you, what feels right to you, and to try different versions. Again, that was quite different from the other course I had taken. So I like to think that this not only is it more laid back, obviously, than the business attire, but it's also showing my personality with the guitar. And I still have the same background picture, which I do like. I like that clear background picture of Chicago. And that is for those of you who are here. In case you're wondering, I'm sure you already know that's from the right next to the shared aquarium. And here is my post Ilise about section. And what she does is she focuses mainly on the top 3 lines of the about section because those are the lines that pop out first on the main page. And the rest of that, you'll see that the sort of jagged edges in this picture. That's what's underneath which can't be seen on the main page. You have to click see more in order to see the full about section. And I did it differently from the bullet points and showed more of my style of content writing, taking the tips that Ilise had taught in her course. Now, the course 21-day challenge is to first and foremost have a LinkedIn page up within 21 days. Hopefully, and she says that she's had people who have scored clients within the first 21 days. But this is to at least get you up off the ground. It's helpful for those people who don't have a website. I do have the website, but it's still a work in progress, and her comments are going to help a great deal. So here are my side-by-side comparisons. As you can see, in the middle one, the last one, I added my tagline in the background pic. I show you off with my words to make them buy. A little smiley face right there. So again, more personality. It's not the typical business lingo. It's not somebody who's particularly looking to be set in certain business boxes. The ones that the previous course was, and a lot of instructors, I'm hesitating, trying to be nice, I'm calling them gurus. There are a lot of instructors and copywriters who feel that you should stick to healthcare, finance, or the tech industry. Those three: health, finance, and tech. Those are the three most lucrative niches for copywriters. But what if you're like me and those aren't really, like, I'll do a one-off here and there, but I don't want to be limited to those three or just one of those three industries. That's not really my background. That's not really who I am. But you do want to be flexible. I'd rather be flexible, and eventually in time, I think I'm going to narrow down what my niche actually is. But right now, I'm focusing on creators, entertainers, other musicians, acoustic guitarists, singers, even dancers. People who are more creative are the ones I want to help, as well as institutions that are in the touring industry. So that includes tour guide companies, destination management, museums, and that's all over the world. But since I speak Japanese as well, I would focus on America and Japan. I'm reaching out to those countries. So anyone who wants my services, but I'm going to first start in America and Japan. And as I said before, this is my latest update. I'm constantly updating because Ilise's instructions and her mantra is your LinkedIn page is never finished and always changing. And that's, again, so refreshing than what I had heard before. I'm happy to say that at least my first acceptance on LinkedIn was by a creative, a photographer. And this was 4 days after sending him a proposal for copywriting. As a matter of fact, it was an hour after updating my LinkedIn background with the pic. I show you off with my words, with those taglines. So It's been getting some traction, and that's a step in the right direction. How about you? Which one did you like out of my LinkedIn pages and why? And do you have a LinkedIn page of your own if you're a copywriter or in marketing or a creative, whatever the case may be? Whatever you do you have a LinkedIn page? Let me know. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Put your LinkedIn page if you want to as well. Also, feel free to look me up on LinkedIn, hit me up. Let me know that you found me here on my blog, Finding My Way with Words. Once again, my name is Edris Alexis. I want to thank you, and I'll see you in my next episode.